Now, you have a 10 of spade hearts. That's what I call them. Or sparks. Or whatever. A lot of fun. You've got another smeared sort of card, so you want to take a normal spade, 3 of spades, you do a quick color change there, and then you just kind of do it slowly, and they can see it happening, and again, this doesn't register in their brain, so they're like, whoa, 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 it's so cool, oh my god, running away and stuff. It's a lot of fun, a lot of fun. There's a Ghost Ace, Ghost Deck Ace. I don't know if you have any Ghost cards, but they are definitely worth picking up. I am over 15 minutes, so this has probably gone into part 2 of this tape right now. And a really weird looking skull type thing action happening. Cool, with a card in his mouth. Kind of freaky. Don't do it to the children. They will be freaked out. Now here is the Joker, or the Seer it's called. And it doesn't have a card in his mouth. And then you do a trick, you put a card in their hand, and all of a sudden it's their card in their mouth. Like, you can do a lot of tricks. Like, say you show them a card, and then you say, okay, you do a quick top change, you say, I want you to hang on to that card. Right? And a top change is basically having one card and quickly, in a motion, switching it for another card. You could do that real quick. Okay? No problem. As long as it's under a slight, very slight bit of misdirection. And then you say, hold on to that card for a minute, we're going to try something else. So they're holding on to it the entire time, and all of a sudden, inside the mouth of this crazy looking being is their card. Ideas, ideas, ideas. They pop out of nowhere. So here's a negative card. It's an 8 of, what do you call them? Doing cards for so many years, you know, it's funny when you're trying to explain, you always draw blanks like that. Here's a one you don't want to do for the children again. It's great artwork. It is a skeleton sitting in a coffin. Here's him normally, and then here's him holding your little card. A lot of fun. And this one is kind of freaky to me, just because I don't like gothic birds. So normal looking bird, and then he's got your 5 of spades in his eyeball there. Lots of fun. We're almost through here. A warped ace of spades. The whole card is normal except for the main pip. A shattered ace of hearts. A shattered ace of diamonds. A shattered ace of clubs. And then that warped one. So you take the 3 aces and you whack them down on the table and then show them that they're all completely shattered. Really cool effect. Also with that one, you don't really need to do any card switches, really. Because you can just hold your thumb over that middle pip and show them 3 aces. Smack them down on the table, make it really drastic, or just throw them down, you know? And you hear that smack, and be like, sorry, check out those cards for me? Oh, I must have broke them. Right? It is endless. Okay, the infamous 3.5 of clubs. You get 2 of these because they add up to 7. You get someone to pick out a 7 of clubs out of the deck. They do. Then you say, what if I was to choose 2 cards, but it is exactly half in one card and half in the other? For a minute there, they're going to think, well, there's no 3.5 of clubs, and they're going to actually want to say that. So you silence them. You say, just give me a second here. And then they're thinking, okay, you're going to do a 4 and a 3. Now you make 7, right? I'm a magician. So you can see, endless fun, hundreds of tricks, hundreds of types of tricks, depending on the audience. 5 of clubs in the corner, but clearly 4 pips. And then a 4 of clubs in the corner, but clearly 5 pips. I haven't done anything with these yet. These 4 are the ones I choose to use. These are my favorite Gaff cards out of the entire deck, and it's really easy to see why. And Justin Miller has a great preview on this exact trick. Like when illusionist.com is showing you the preview for the Gaff deck, this is one of the tricks, and it is really strong. And you can see those kids in the video, they freak out. They're running away. It's really nuts. So it's step by step here. You show them a normal 4 of spades, then it goes into this, then it goes into that, and you slowly just move them all, tuck them all into the corner. It's a really, really cool thing. Here's one, another blank card, blank face, normal back. Nothing special about that, but always good to have. To make these, You can take a white eraser. I can't remember the name of it, but it's, you know, the blue labeled eraser, and you can erase your cards. It takes a little bit of heat, a little bit of time. Not heat, but you know, friction. You got to really give her. But make it all, because the shine kind of leaves. So make sure the shine is consistent with that. This kind of looks like a matte finish afterwards, but make sure it looks all matte afterwards, and no one will be able to tell that you've ran an eraser through that. And it can really trip people out, because again, they've seen normal cards their entire life. To see something out of the blue like this is a little crazy. Another really good one I like is the mirrored 5. So normal pips, everything's good, but in the corners here, the 5s are mirrored. You can have a lot of fun with that. Okay? That's one of the, well, for the most part, that is all the cards that come in the Illusionist Gaff deck, or one of the Illusionist Gaff decks. But they do sell variations of the Gaff decks. They have the Goast deck, right? And on the front of that, instead of it being in the barcode, they have it straight up on the front of the pack here, 3 of spades. And as you can see, it kind of looks like the bicycle symbol. It's got the same sort of artwork. If you bring this out real quick, no one will ever know a thing. I wouldn't recommend. I would keep the box crisp and do these tricks indoor settings where you can keep this clean, because they're rare. It'll probably be a collector's item. The red bicycles, which is the same as I showed you. The Gaff deck sticker is still on there. This is still in the wrapping. I'm not going to open them. And, well, actually, pardon me, before we go any further, these do have some different Gaff tricks in them. They're not all the same as the blue and the red that I just showed you. So, buy them. Buy them. Jean-Luc. Buy them. They're so worth it. You take 3 or 4 tricks, like sequence cards, out of this deck, put them into a normal deck, or keep them in your pocket and use them when you're ready. Don't use them all in one night. You'll get confused. There's so many cards. There's so many tricks you can do. Master one trick at a time with these Gaff cards. Once you've done like 2 or 3 tricks about 100 times live, then move on to new tricks. Once they are tattooed to your brain, then move on. Don't get overwhelmed. I had the mistake of doing that when I was first getting into Magic, and I got discouraged because I couldn't learn everything fast enough. The information was coming in, my hands were cramping, it's ridiculous. But I slowed down after a while, I got used to everything. Also, the Black Tiger deck. 3 of spades in the front, nothing special with the barcodes, nothing backwards on here. I'm not going to open these. And one last thing, I've gone way longer than I should have on this video, but one last thing I want to show you. It's something I mentioned in my last video. Pardon me. I mentioned in my last video, and someone had messaged me on YouTube, a personal message, not a comment. Thank you for that, because haters are going to hate wherever you go and whatever you do. And one guy thought I was BSing him or her when I said I had about 4 decks full of cards that were signed by people. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I'm not going to go through every single card. Every single card has a vivid memory for me. They're not all bicycle cards. Some of them are B cards, as you can see. But they are an array of red and blue and red and blue and Bs and all that. Every single one of them has a spectator's signature on it. I'm not sure how well this is coming out on the camera, but they are all signed. I remember that. I was in Vancouver. Every single one of them has been signed. A lot of people like to drop penises on the card, mainly because they want to make fun of the magician. But the people that draw the penises do the tricks on them, because, and especially do the ones that make people feel like a fool, because they need to be shown that magic isn't for penises. Magic is for entertainment, purposes. And I've said this before as well. If they do not want to experience the gift that magic has to offer, stop doing the trick. Well, don't stop doing the trick. Finish the trick. Maybe you can grab someone else that's a little more in tune to the whole thing. And don't do any more tricks around this person that's giving you negative vibes or anything. I'll go through one more deck, 2 more decks if you want. I don't care. Oh, actually, you know what? That's the wrong deck right there. This is a really old Bycicle deck. It's about 20 or 30 years old. And I've kept that away from my normal decks. So, pardon me. I said 3 or 4 in the last video. 3 that are fully signed. So let's go through another real quick one here. Another thing I like to do is stabbing cards. So some of them have stab marks right through them. If you watch Chris Angel, I'm not sure if it's season 1 or season 2, he does a trick where a woman touches a card, signs a card, no one even sees the card, he blindfolds himself, stabs the table, finds the card, and then like he takes off the blindfold. Oh my god, that's the signed card. Oh no, sorry, sorry. The cards are all face up on the table, and the woman or the person in the video doesn't even know what card they signed. So they stab a card face up, and the person's like, "Oh wow, you stabbed the card. That's great." And then they lift up the card. It's like, "Wow, is that your card?" And they freak out. That's a great trick. It's a Chris Angel trick. I saw a version of it done that wasn't exactly the same, but I figured it out. I figured it out, Mr. Chris Angel. If you watch a lot of his cards, see this one here has a signature on the back. You can't see the stab mark, but it's right there. Another big hairy penis. Thank you, sir. And see, there's another wang. When it comes to people drawing penises, there's another penis right there. When it comes to people drawing penises, think of your own joke you can say to them. I just thought of this, I remember this now. I did, because I haven't done tricks where people have signed penises for a while. Usually when I get them to pick up the marker and sign, I'll say to them, please don't draw a penis, because they're already thinking about drawing a penis. And they say, how do you know that? It's because I'm a frickin' magician, sir or ma'am, whoever was drawing the penis or wants to draw a penis. But what I say, if I get it back and there's a big schlong on there, I say, oh, you decided to draw a self-portrait as opposed to a signature. Fine, happens all the time, no problem. Sir or ma'am, we will continue. There's another one with a signed back, and the stab mark is right under the pit there. Very drastic trick. Sign on the back, bump, and the stab mark. Oh, no, this was not a stabby card, but there's other cards, tricks I know, where you have to sign the back as opposed to the face. I'm not sure what trick it is now, but I've just found 2 cards in a row that have the signature on the back with no oh, that has a date on it, so that's got to be autographed by Justin Miller. There's another penis, autographed by Justin Miller. Not autographed by him, but the trick autograph. There's a stabbed card. There's no signature on it though. There's that bump person again. Obviously I remember it was a woman. Oh, excusez-moi, s'il vous plaît. So, stab mark right there and a signature on the back. Stab mark right, oh, that's autographed. The trick autographed, not autographed by anyone special. I have a couple autographed tricks, some autographed cards from some great magicians, but I keep them protected in card protectors. You can buy card protectors at your local magic shop. So, I've gone through about all I want to go through today. Well, not today. All I want to do in this video. I'm going to just make another video real quick about another trick that you guys want to know about. It's a very new trick. I'm not too sure how I'm going to handle it, because it's a really new trick. I'm not even sure if I want to say the name on camera, but I'm going to go ahead and give you all the explanation, because 2 people have asked for it. One through Facebook and one on the comment of the last video. So if you do want to know the next trick, the next video, just look at the comment from the last video and we'll make it happen. Okay? Until then, friends,